Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Daniel Graves. Recently on the Aesthetic Perfection Facebook page, I posted that I would be doing a Reddit-style Ask Me Anything video and putting it on YouTube this week. So you guys asked me your questions. I'm here to answer them. Let's do it. Alright, let's kick things off with Naomi Nakajima. She asks, if Justin Bieber, Nicki Minaj, and Miley Cyrus were all about to drown and you only had time to save one, what kind of sandwich would you make? Well, I would actually save somebody. I'm sorry. I'm not a big Justin Bieber fan. I'm not a big Miley Cyrus fan. But I do enjoy Nicki Minaj. I enjoy Nicki Minaj. Afterwards, though, I would probably go make myself a peanut butter and honey sandwich because that is my favorite sandwich on earth. Jessica Pena asks, what is your favorite breakfast cereal and what's your favorite serial killer? My favorite breakfast cereal is Grape Nuts with freshly cut bananas inside of it. Now, I actually don't really like Grape Nuts without bananas, and I really don't like bananas on their own. The two things that I don't like come together to become something amazing that is greater than the sum of its parts. As for my favorite serial killer, I'm actually not big into serial killers. When I was a kid, I thought they were kind of like cool or something like that. Now that I've gotten older and it actually kind of like sinks in all of the horrific shit that they've done, I think they kind of suck. And they're fascinating, but I don't have like favorites. Serial killers aren't cool. They fucking suck. Benjamin Maurer asks, can my daughter lock you in her closet and feed you grape juice and graham crackers? No. Morgan Karkeek asks, how do you like being back in Southern California and how did you get so interested in cephalopods? Being back in Southern California is great. I grew up here, it's my home, but I did spend a large part of my adult life in Europe. And you know, when you spend so much time abroad, you really kind of get a different perspective on the world, which I'm really grateful to have had. Now that I'm back here, I feel like I don't necessarily click with everybody the same way that I did before I left. So in some ways, when I'm here, I wish that I was in Europe or feel more European. And when I'm in Europe, I actually feel more American. So I'm just kind of like trapped between these two mindsets. As for my fascination with cephalopods, that came very, very young. As far back as I can remember, I was always watching the Discovery Channel kind of mystery hours where it was in search of Bigfoot, in search of Loch Ness Monster, in search of the giant squid, etc. But as I got older, I started to realize that like none of these things were real, except the giant squid. Because in all of these documentaries, they never found Nessie, they never found Ogopogo or whatever his name is, they never found Bigfoot. It's all a bunch of bullshit, but giant squid are real. They're real life monsters, they're real life aliens. They look completely out of this world, they're highly intelligent, highly elusive, aggressive. They're just fascinating and beautiful, beautiful animals. Joshua Ingram has a deep one for me. As you grow in your personal and professional life, do you find it more challenging to create? I've actually found that as I get older, writing is much more fluid. It's much, much easier. When I was a kid, I struggled to take the ideas that I had in my head and get them onto paper or play them on guitar or get them into my computer. Now it's almost second nature. So actually, in my old geriatric age of 31, music is a much easier thing for me to do. But it's still challenging. It's still stressful. Dan Zoom asks, is your wife the blonde on the A Violent Emotion and Till Death artwork? Yes and no. My wife is the bride featured on the cover of Till Death, as I am obviously the groom, but she is not the blonde in A Violent Emotion. That is actually a friend of mine, Jeanette. She's a model who resides here in LA. And another thing that people often ask me is that your wife in the Inhuman video? No, that is a model named Alexandra Breitland, and she lives in Berlin. So hope that clears it all up. I'm sure I'm going to continue to get more of these YouTube comments, questions. Hey, is that her? No. And yes, sometimes. Nicki Tuanella asks, PlayStation or Xbox? Fuck PlayStation. Fuck it. Frederick Kranz asks, can you come and play for me and my friends when I turn 50 in 2021? Yes. Yes, I can. John Teasdale asks, if you were on death row, what would your last meal be? That's pretty easy. A bean, rice, and cheese burrito, slathered in red sauce, with a side of pickled carrots. Tim Cohen asks, does the carpet match the curtains? Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. My apartment has hardwood floors and blinds. Terry Powell asks, ferrets or chinchillas? That's kind of tough because on the one hand, chinchillas and ferrets are both extremely cute, but chinchillas are really fucking dumb and ferrets really, really fucking stink. So I'm just gonna go with neither. Anna Stur asks, what is your favorite kind of chocolate and how long does it take you, approximately, to work on a song until you're content enough? I'm actually not a very big fan of chocolate. I mean, I like chocolate, but I don't love chocolate. My weakness is cookies and cake and any sort of like sweet, breaded, baked good. I can easily resist chocolate, but a Danish, no. How long does it take me to finish a song until I'm satisfied? Never! Because I'm never fucking satisfied. That's the thing about art. You just kind of work on it until you either run out of time, or you run out of ideas, or you just fucking give up and you want to burn it. You just want to throw your computer out the window. Andrew Johnson asks, what is your biggest regret? I would say that probably my biggest regret in life was not just kind of like going for what I wanted immediately when I became an adult, and instead kind of like beating around the bush and thinking or pretending I could do something else. Like, I studied to be an accountant. I spent a couple of years and a couple $1,000s working on that. And for what? Why? I don't know. It took me until my early 20s before I finally decided, okay, music is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a way to make it work. And I'm just going to fuck off and move to Berlin. Bye. I wish I had done that when I was 18. Do the people/fans that keep asking/harassing you to go back to the music style that you once made have any impact on what you think of your fans overall? The answer is no, because I expected this. I know the way people are. In general, people want what's familiar to them. And when they don't get it, they automatically reject it. When they're expecting to get something and they don't get it, they get frustrated and they reject it. It's just human nature. It's just how people are with everything. It's not just music. So I recognize that constantly changing my sound is probably detrimental to my own success. So I think it's a bit funny when people accuse me of selling out as if what I'm doing is selling out in any way. I'm doing what I want regardless of the business implications. And believe me, changing your sound every record is bad for business. You're supposed to do the AC/DC, you're supposed to find your sound, you're supposed to stick to it for 20 years, and just fucking ride that wave till it ends. Joanna Hepburn asks, at exactly what time in the morning is it okay to feed your mogwai without the risk of it turning into a gremlin? Well, I think that's the question that we all want answered, because the movie never specifies. Though to be on the safe side, I probably wouldn't even attempt a snack before dawn. Peter Colin Bowser asks, what drives you to find meaning in your lyrics? Well, my lyrics reflect the meaning that I see in life. It's not that I find meaning in what I've written. I write about what matters to me. So it's just quite simple. It's just filtering my experiences through the lens of my mind, and then some magic shit that comes out. Elliot EXR asks, why you change the sound of your music a lot? Maybe somebody down in the comments below could answer that for them. Will Taylor asks, Android or iOS? What do you think? Android. Christopher Coonan asks, what is your favorite gaming medium? Well, I play Xbox, but I have to clarify here. I don't game so much as I only play Call of Duty. And I don't even play the campaigns. I only play free-for-all in multiplayer. I have almost every single Call of Duty game, and I don't even play the campaigns. Jose Hernandez asks, what's your favorite drink apart from vodka? There is nothing else. There is only vodka. Elizabeth Loves Kittens asks, is there any way we can meet you? Well, yes, Elizabeth Loves Kittens. If you bring me kittens, I would be happy to meet you. Emmeline Wilkes asks, not to sound mean at all. No, never. Did you start losing your hair and just decided, what the heck, I might as well just shave it? Or did you just want to shave it? Either way, it really suits you. Well, thank you. Actually, I did start losing my hair when I was in my late teens, probably 16 or 17, which is actually a really young age to do that. And at the time I was really distraught over it, like, oh my god, will anybody like me? And I kind of like tried to cover it up until, I don't know, my early 20s, at which point I just gave up and was like, this is fucking stupid. And I just started shaving it all off and started getting really fancy hats. Now, in retrospect, since I've gotten older, I've realized that I actually feel kind of lucky that it happened to me now, or when I was young, because I was just able to integrate it into my style and who I am, and now I don't even give a fuck. Rian Jeans asks, have you ever thought about branching into other genres of music? Well, sure, of course. Actually, my dream in life is to be a hip-hop producer, because then I can just sit around at my computer all day and smoke weed and write hip-hop tracks for other guys who are going to go out and tour it themselves, and then I can just stay at home and smoke all the weed. Alright everybody, I think that about does it. Thank you so much for taking the time to ask your questions. I know I had fun doing this. A lot of your questions were really unique and totally unexpected. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to them all, but, you know, time, sometimes it's a bitch. Anyways, thank you so much. If you have any further questions, well, you know where to find me. It's the fucking internet.